Good afternoon and welcome. We're going to do another QiGong session. Today I want to work on drunken monkey moves. Very unique, very beneficial. Before we do that, I want to show you a unique breathing series and a few warm-up exercises, and then we'll jump into the drunken monkey. So let's breathe into the belly. Normal abdominal breathing. Breathe into the belly as if the belly were a balloon that you fill up as you breathe in, and then it deflates slowly as you breathe out. This will allow you to use the whole lung area, exercising the lungs, producing greater oxygen efficiency. Long, slow, and deep. And as you drop into this deep breathing, feel the body settle down. Feel the relaxation, feel the calmness that overcomes as you breathe. It's like magic. Now we're going to contrast this very slow, soft, calming breathing exercise with a faster exercise, which we call the breath of fire. And what we're going to do is it's forceful out-breath, passive in-breath. You can follow along with me and you'll get the idea. Hands on the belly. And relax down. Let's go back to slow breathing, but this time we're going to put our hands near the floating ribs. We're going to breathe into the sides of the lungs. So breathe in, long, slow, and deep as we did into the belly. And you'll notice that your hands come out. And then breathe out, and your hands push back in. Letting the sides of the lungs breathe, expand. Utilizing all the air sacs in there. Again, another great technique for oxygen efficiency. The more you exercise your lungs, the more efficient they become. The more oxygen efficient. Also, they become stronger to attack by outside pathogens, viruses, bacteria. Back to that breath of fire which we were doing before. Forceful out breath, passive in breath, slight little push in with the hands as you force out. And relax down. Now let's go to the kidneys. In the back. Hands in the back, up high where the kidneys are. Hold your hands on that part of the body. Deep breathing again. Long, slow, and deep. Bend forward a little bit so you can feel the kidneys sort of pop out there. Breathe into them, so to speak. Your kidneys love this. As Master Chia says, do this kind of exercise every day, you'll never be on a waiting list. Good to know. Good for your body. Great for your kidneys. Breathe into the kidneys, long, slow, deep. Good. Back to our breath of fire. Hand down. Let's go back and do our abdominal breathing as we began. Long, slow, deep, normal abdominal breathing. I know I keep saying normal abdominal breathing. That's because it's different from reverse abdominal breathing, which we will do in another session. Each type of breathing has a different effect on your system, on your health. This is a great calming breath, great relaxing breath. Allows you to go into that parasympathetic mode, what they call the relaxation response, simply by breathing. Side interest, what we just did, breathing into the belly and then breath of fire, those two, if you take them and apply those two exercises 30 seconds at a time, 20-30 seconds belly breathing, 20-30 seconds the fast breathing while you're driving. Hands on the wheel, of course. What happens? When you breathe into the belly, it's going to calm you down, as I was mentioning. Not a bad thing to have in heavy traffic or white knuckle highway driving. The breath of fire will wake you up. It'll keep you alert. You'll develop a sense of restful alertness. And I know from my own experience, when I've been on the highway and there's just too many cars, or it's going too fast, or I'm in heavy, frustrating traffic, I will employ the combination of these two, and it really is helpful. So there's a tip you can put into your virtual toolbox. Okay, let's do some warm-up exercises. Very simple. Hands out front, back. Simple as this is, very effective. Notice that we're moving mostly the shoulders. But anytime you work on the shoulders, the musculature is also connected to the chest area, connected to your lungs. This is not only a shoulder exercise, it's a lung exercise. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes the most simple is best. When you have a spare moment, stand up, get off the couch, get off the chair. Simple. Swings. Now, cross the hands and out. Notice that I'm bending the spine a little bit. As I breathe in, I bend forward. Breathe out, I bend back a little bit. This makes this not only a swinging exercise, arm exercise, it is also a spinal exercise this way as well. Again, helping the lungs. You want to get your lungs nice and strong, powerful, resilient in these trying times. And hands down. This time I want you to close the eyes and I want you to go inside and just feel the energy inside that you've generated by those soft, swinging movements. Now let's do an exercise that's a little more complicated, but still easy to do. And this works the whole body, you'll see. See if you can keep your palms flat to the sky. I'm going to turn them, come in close to the body, keep them facing straight up, come around, and then repeat. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, going down. Notice the bending at the waist. Notice the movement of the spine, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Full body exercise. Don't forget, nice deep breathing coming up. Breathe out, going down. Try to soften as you do this. Try to do this with more tendon power than muscular power, and you can do it all afternoon long. Let go of tension in your arms, in your shoulders. Feel as if you're moving your arms as if they were coat hangers and your muscles are just clothes draped over them. Dead weight. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe out, breathe in. And down. Close the eyes again, go inside. Feel inside. Feel the warmth in the shoulders. Feel the warmth in the upper chest. Feel the arms. Feel the hands. Feel the energy pool in the hands. Try to feel the static electricity around the blood. Clasp the hands together. Come up. Turn the hands out. Up on tiptoes. Stretch. Stretch and down and off to the side. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Other side. Stretch, stretch. Center. Up on tiptoes. Stretch. Bend forward at the waist. Come up. This time bend your elbows down. Stretch the fingers. And on up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. This time grab one wrist. Pull the arm to the other side and feel that stretch on the side. On your right side, you'll feel the stretch of the liver. On your left side, the spleen and the stomach. Other side, stretch. Stretch, stretch. Good. Hands out and come down slowly. Good. Let's shake a little bit. Just a little bit of shaking till any loose, tight stress or stress we want out of the body. Negative chi. Shake it out. Use that heart sound, a great releaser. And start to slow it down. Good. Drunken monkey. Drunken monkey was originally developed as a martial art many, many years ago. But contemporary masters have taken a lot of the moves and made it into QiGong movement. And the reason why is because at the heart of QiGong is movement, and it works so effectively because it moves different parts of the body in a very relaxed way, as I was mentioning before, without musculature, more with tendon. So it's soft movement that allows the energy lines to remain open and the energy to flow through the system very freely. Whereas if you're tense and tight and using muscles when you exercise, you close that energy off a little bit. So you want to be able to just float through the air, so to speak, gracefully. And with Drunken Monkey, it's so powerful because it moves body parts that aren't moved in other QiGong techniques. And this is the reason why these contemporary masters like it so much. I'm going to show you two very basic moves to Drunken Monkey, but just taken by themselves are a great addition to your QiGong practice. They simply involve the hips and the spinal cord, how you're moving this. First, the hip movement. You can place your hands on the hips. What we're going to do is we're going to imagine where your hip bone is, or not imagine, find it, and then go back and make a circle with it. So I'm making a circle right in here. Circle the hip bone. Keep your hand right on the hip. Circle. Circle. Start, go back, go around, come back where you started. Circle. Now, let's do it on this side. Circle. Come back in. Circle the hip bone. All right, now, as you might be able to imagine, we're going to put the two together in a figure eight pattern. This hip is going to come around, and then this hip is going to go around. So I'm working this lazy figure eight. So watch very slowly. I'll do it from several different sides, and I'll do it slowly. Come around, and now this one comes around. And if you're sensitive to all the musculature, all the tendons, all the sinew in that part of the body, you'll feel areas open up. You'll feel you're starting to move things you haven't moved before. Let me do it from the side. I'll do it from the back. Okay. Good. Now, the next movement is the spine. What we're going to do here is we're simply going to wave it. Push the hips out, push the chest out, and just roll. Roll. Maybe you're beginning to pick up on where the drunken part comes in. You can imagine someone moving like this if they've had one too many. And just especially when you do this, and just loosen the arms and just feel everything just relax as you keep this movement going. Good. All right. Now, let's put these two together, and we can do one of the opening drunken monkey techniques, which is the foundation for so many of them. What we're going to do is we're going to hold a mug. We're going to hold a mug right in front, all right? And we're going to make a circle and go out with the mug, come back. The other hip makes a circle. It goes out. Out, out. Try it on the other side. All right, good. Now, let's make our hip circle to one side, but stay there. Hold your mug, and now bend the spine. Do this a couple times. Come around to the other side. Other side. Let's switch hands. Roll the spine, roll the spine. All right. Now, let's do two mugs. Come in. Roll the spine, roll the spine. Good. handstand. Just feel the effect of having done those new movements for the spine and the hips. Okay, Drunken Monkey drinks the emperor's wine technique. Here we go. Drunken Monkey is going to bring in the mug, as we did before, with that one hip, but then go back and down in front. Other side. When you go back, try to elongate. Try to elongate. Don't crunch the head back here. Let it extend back like this. Much better for the spine and the cervical area up here. All right? Good. Now, see if you can practice a little free flow. Whatever movement you want to do. Do the hip circles. Drink the wine. Come around. Drink. Both hands. And just float through the air as if you were a little tipsy. Good. And hands down. In another session, we'll do more Drunken Monkey. There are lots of moves. They're kind of fun, and they're very, very beneficial. Okay, let's cross the hands. We're going to do a closing exercise. This is a great exercise to do whenever you want to calm down, when you want to end a series of exercises, when you want the body to settle, so to speak, and it's done with the arms. You just cross, and I extend out 45 degrees, but no further than the body, and then I cross again. And the key to this is float, as if your hands are moving through a very dense fog or maybe even water. And float. And each movement allows the body just to settle down, become soft and quiet. And hands down on the belly. Let's make some belly circles. We want to store this energy. Circling the belly, what they call the elixir field, or the lower dantian, is the place where we store energy. We can produce and store energy in this area. We need it for our immune system, for our metabolism. We need it for life. More chi, more energy, more life, more health. Feet together, keep the hands on the belly, close the eyes, and relax every part of the body, especially the legs. Good. There's a little bit of Drunken Monkey to help you with your QiGong. Create some aliveness and calmness at the same time in your day.